Hi, everyone. Judge Andrew Napolitano here for Judging Freedom. Today is Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. It's about 10:40 in the morning here on the East Coast of the United States. The Buffalo supermarket massacre. Remember that? Crazy young man went into a supermarket in the city of Buffalo where, of course, all handguns were prohibited, and began shooting like fish in a barrel. There was an off-duty cop there, not off-duty, retired cop there who hadn't qualified, meaning he hadn't trained in the use of his weapon. He attempted to use it against the shooter, but the shooter took him out, and it was like shooting fish in a barrel. Nobody in the supermarket was armed, and he killed a dozen people. Now it turns out, according to the government, he was radicalized. I'm doing air quotes with my fingers. I guess that means he was turned into a monster by watching videos. So therefore, instead of suggesting videos that would neutralize the bad ones, the government in New York, of course, wants to, you got it, prohibit them. It wants to suppress the freedom of speech. So Governor Hochul and her left-wing cabal that control the government of the state of New York are introducing, it's in the discussion stage right now, legislation that would make it a crime to live stream a killing, as this crazy person did. He had a camera on his hat, was like one of those miners' helmets where instead of the light right here, there was a light and a camera. Would make it a crime to live stream a killing, would make it a crime to post a video of a killing. I suppose it would be a crime to post a scene from The Godfather, since obviously there were many videos of many killings in any of the three Godfather movies. But this is what happens when the government interferes with the freedom of speech. Rather than just punishing the guilty, or rather than encouraging more speech that will dilute and negate the hateful speech, the government thinks it can suppress hateful speech. You can't suppress hateful speech. It will always get out there. There will always be a way for hateful speech to get out there, and you shouldn't suppress hateful speech, because when you suppress it, it comes out of the darkness. When you don't suppress it, you know who's uttering it, you know where it is, you can avoid it, and you can use more speech to neutralize it. But as I said, the left-wing cabal that runs the government of New York doesn't think of these things. They all took an oath, the same oath I did, to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. They couldn't care less about the First Amendment unless it's protecting the political speech with which they agree. No rational human being is in favor of slaughter. No rational human being is in favor of glorifying slaughter. But all rational human beings should be in favor of the freedom of speech, no matter how irrational or hateful the speech is. The remedy for bad speech is not to suppress it. The remedy is more speech for the reasons I've just articulated. What will happen? This will pass the legislature in the state of New York, just like their restrictive gun laws did. And then it will be invalidated by a federal judge, just like their restrictive gun laws were. And then eventually it'll be resolved, hopefully, on the side of freedom. More as we get it. Judge Napolitano for Judging Freedom.